beg. What have I done? Where have I been forced to wander away from my good sense? I've gone mad. Fell to the ruin of the god. Fail. Maya, hide my head again. Ashamed by my words. Hide it! From my eyes, my tears fall. I look away in shame. Settling my thoughts straight hurts too much. But to be mad is no good either. As to destroy myself without a thought.
I'll hide you. But when will death hide my body? Living this long has taught me many things. Mortals should mix with one another in measured love, not from the soul's innermost core.
Affection should be easy to let loose from the heart, easy to push off and easy to rein in. But this pain for the soul of one person is a heavy load for the rest. I have so much pain for her.
Too much unswerving devotion in life makes one stumble rather than get their fill. Attacks one's well-being.
This is why I pray. Excess less, nothing too much. Even the wise will agree with me.
Old woman, the queen's trusted nurse. We see Phaedra's wretched luck.
Her disease, it remains unclear.
We want to learn more from you. We want to hear you out.
I've stopped asking. She doesn't want to say.
You mean she won't say the source of her pains?
You've got it. She's quiet about all these things.
Her body is so sick, so faded.
Of course, she's gone 3 whole days without food.
Does she just not care, or is she trying to die?
I don't know, but sure enough she'll die without food.
Strange. How can this be okay with her husband?
She hides her pain and denies she's sick.
But can't you tell by looking at her face?
He's away, actually, far from this land.
Force her! Try to learn her disease, what leads her wits to wander.
I've tried everything, and I've achieved nothing. But I'm not giving up or getting discouraged.
You can bear witness how we are with our ill-fitted mistress.
Come, dear child. Let's all put aside what was said before. And you, be more pleasant. Unfurl your brow, change your ways. And as for us, we couldn't always follow you well, but we'll let that be. We'll move on to other better words.
If you're sick with some unspeakable ills, then these women can help put you right. But if your disease can't be said to men, then say the thing. Reveal it to a doctor.
Well, why are you silent?
No need for silence, Strand.
Stop me if I'm wrong or agree with me if I'm right.
Say something. Say something. Look at me.
To Linus woman, we endure pains for nothing. Nothing's changed.
She couldn't be word with words before. Now she's not convinced.
But know this. You've become more stubborn than the sea. And if you die, you betray your sons, who won't get a share in their father's house. But that one will. I swear by the Amazon horse queen, who bore a master for your children, a bastard intent on legitimacy. You know him well, Hippolytus.
Bye.
Moi moi.
Did I hit a nerve?
Moi. Maya, I beg of you. Don't mention that man again.
You see? You're in your right mind, but you're not thinking right. What about your children? How can they thrive with you dead?
I love my kids.
Sure.
But the storm of my luck beats me down.
Your hands aren't stained with blood, are they, child?
My hands are pure. My mind isn't.
Surely. That's an enemy's case?
Loved one is killing me. Against my will. Against his.
Has Theseus wronged you?
I would never want to be seen wronging him.
Then what awful things drive you to die?
Just let me get it wrong this one time. Not wronging you.
I don't want to let you, but if I do, it's on you.
What are you doing? Holding me back and grabbing my hands?
And your knees will have to go.
Talina! It'll be bad for you. If you know. Bad.
What could be worse than not having you?
You'll be devastated.
Then why do you hide it? Tell me, I beg of you.
Maybe I can make something good from these shameful things.
Just say it. More honor when you're out.
Why don't you just leave? Just let me go.
No. You haven't given me the thing I need.
Fine. Give it. I'm shamed by your holy hands.
We'll quiet down now. The stage is yours.
Lina, What a lust you harbored, mother.
That she had a beau? Is that what you're talking about?
You too, wretched sister. Dionysus' bride.
Child, what's wrong? Why badmouth your family?
I'm the third one. I'm marked out for death.
I don't know what to say. Where are you going with this?
Since way back, nothing's changed. We're unlucky.
I still don't know of anything I want to know.
Why can't you just say what I need to say?
We're no prophet. We can't see what's hidden.
What is this thing that men call love?
The sweetest thing, child. The most painful, too.
For me, it's only painful.
Say what?
You're in love?
With who?
Whatever his name is, Amazon's son.
Hippolytus?
You said it, not me.
Oh, Chad, what you said? You've destroyed me!
Women. Women, this cannot be borne. Cannot be endured to go on living.
Oh, such a hateful day. I look upon hateful life.
I'll throw my body down. I'll let it go.
I want to be free from life, and I'll die. I'll die.
Goodbye, I'm done.
Moderate men. Moderate men, but all the same fall in love with evil. Cookbase isn't just a god. She's something greater than a god. Now she's ruined her, me, and this whole house.
Did you catch that? Were you listening?
The unspeakable sorrows the queen cried out.
Let me die before you go through with it.
Oh, Hippolytus, such pain.
Oh, the pains that raise mortals.
You are destroyed! You brought your evils out to the light! What waits for you today, as long as it is?
Some new thing will happen to the house.
It's clear now.
Oh, Talina, you child of Crete.
You're the target of Cuprus. Women of Trozen. You who live by the edge of the land on the porch of Pelops. Already in the long night, thought of men. How life destroys itself. They seem, to me, to do worse than they might. Not because of their natures. After all, many people have good sense. No, but think of it this way. We understand what's good. We recognize it. Just don't carry it out. Some because they're lazy. Some because they place any old pleasure before what is right. Life holds many pleasures. Long talks, lazy days, and delightful evil. Shame. That last one, it cuts both ways. Sometimes it's not so bad, but sometimes it's a burden to houses. If the right choice were always clear, those two things wouldn't be spelt the same way. So this is what I came to think. Your charm can change my mind. This was my train of thought. When love first wounded me, I wondered how best to bear it. So I started with this. Kept quiet, hid the disease. There's no trust in the tongue. It can judge the thoughts of others, but it only brings trouble on itself. Next, I tried to bear that madness well. I planned to overcome it with my self-control. And third, when neither of those could beat Cuprus, it seemed right to die. The best plan, no one can argue. I don't want to hide my good deeds. But I don't want the whole world to see my shame. I knew the thing was dishonorable. The sickness, too. And on top of everything, I know I'm a woman. Already something hateful. Hope she died screaming, that first bitch who shamed her husband's bed. This curse on women, it began with high-born ladies. When the rich do something shameful, it seems noble to the poor. hate those who seem reasonable in their words, but in secret dare to shamefully indulge themselves. Lady Cooperess, how do they look their husbands in the eyes? Don't they tremble? Don't they realize that the darkness they conspire with, the very rooms of the house might shout it out? This is what kills me, friends. May I never be caught shaming my husband or my children. I hope my sons live as free men and thrive with free speech in famous Athens and have a good reputation from their mother. I say this alone is worth one's life to be considered just and good. But it enslaves any man to uncover the wrongdoings of his mother or father. And the wicked are found out sooner or later, as time holds his mirror up to them, as to a young girl. May I never be seen amongst these.
Fail. Self-control is always right.
It rewards good judgment. Mistress, your problem, the one you told me about, I was horrified at first, but I realized now, I was foolish.
Second thoughts are wise by far from mortals. I mean, you haven't suffered something so out of the ordinary or beyond words. It's just that this girl hates you. Even though, what's so strange about that? You even know a whole bunch of flaws.
What? You want to kill yourself over love? It's no use for those in love or for those who will be if they all have to die. Sure, Cooper's is awful and unbearable when she rushes at us.
Nah, but she comes peacefully to those who just give in.
But the excessive, the ones who think too big, she grabs him and messes him up. She flits about in the air and swings in the sea swell. Cooper's.
All things are born from her. She gives us love. She's the one who sows the seed from which all of us on earth are born from. Those who know the ancient writings and are always the muses, they know how sis desires smell and how bright shining dogs swept off Hippolytus among the gods because of Venus.
And those who dwell in the heavens, they don't flee the gods, but have affection for them, I think, though they're lost in the same mess you're in.
Can't you hold up? Your father would have had to give you with a different nature or different masters as gods, but nah, you know.
How many men who are usually sensible see a diseased marriage and don't actually see what's going on? How many fathers have straying sons who help them to bear Cooper's?
Wise men among mortals ignore what isn't right.
Men shouldn't try too hard to live a perfect life. Shouldn't try to raise a perfect roof over the house. Shouldn't be too finicky.
So you washed up on the start of fortune. How do you think you'll swim out? I mean, if you hold good things out in the bad one, they obviously don't work. You're only human after all.
Child, stop these bad thoughts. Stop your hubris, because this is hubris to want to be stronger than the gods. Be brave, the gods want you to be in love.
If it is a disease, then you must trample it. There are chants and charms. And sooner or later, this cure for this disease will find it. We women will find it, because men never could.
Phaedra, what she says is useful against your present problem, but I want to advise you. And this advice will be more difficult than hers, and more painful to hear.
This is what destroys well-governed cities. Words that are too pretty. You don't have to say something pleasing to the ears. Say something good for your reputation.
Why are you so high and mighty? You don't need pretty words. All you need is that man.
Let's get this straight right now. Go on, tell your story.
If you're in such a pickle, and if you are a disgraced woman, then I wouldn't believe in your own to find your bed pleasure. But as it is, you are where you are, and it's a struggle to save your life. Unenviable.
Shut up! You are awful! You speak well of shameful things!
Shameful, but better than your noble plans. The deed that will save you is greater than your good name, which you're willing to die for.
Don't! You speak well of shameful things. Don't go any further with these. I'm already worked up with lust. And if you continue to speak so well of these, I'll be wasted by what I now believe.
If you think so, I mean, you shouldn't stray at all. But if you are straying, then listen to us. It's the second best thing.
I've just remembered. I've got some love potions in the house. They'll help purge the disease from your mind without shame or damage. If you don't bust out, that is.
Yeah, don't get to get some token out of that, man. The one you lost in after. A lock of hair, a piece of clothing, then bind them together in a single charm.
Is this drug consumed or applied?
I don't know. And you don't need to know.
I'm worried. You're too smart for me.
You're afraid of everything. What are you scared of now?
I'm afraid you'll tell him, because he has a son.
Come, child. We'll let that be. And as for you, Mistress Lady Cuprous, be my accomplice. As for my other plans, it's enough to tell our friends inside.
Strips desire, bringing sweet pleasures into the souls of those upon whom he wages war.
Don't show yourself at your worst. Don't come upon me too strong.
Neither from flame nor from the stars is any strike stronger.
Them blows of Aphrodite, which Eros, son of Zeus, hurled from his hand. It's unreal that by the banks of the Alphaeus,
In the holy Pythian sanctuary of Apollo.
Greeks of first class slaughter.
when we come to your Eros, tyrant men, your feet holders, most ancient and gender of Aphrodite.